For 2 years, my wife Sarah's gay best friend Tyler was at her house constantly. Movie nights, wine tastings, shopping trips. You're so lucky, other wives would say. A husband who isn't threatened by male friendship. I wasn't threatened. Because Tyler was supposedly gay, flamboyant, talked about boyfriends, even showed us his Grindr profile. Until I installed security cameras for our vacation rental property and forgot to tell Sarah. The first notification came while I was at work. Motion detected in master bedroom. What I saw wasn't two best friends hanging out. Tyler wasn't gay. He wasn't even pretending when they were alone. 2 years of lies happening in my bed while I was paying for their wine. Welcome to the channel where trust meets betrayal. If you're ready for a story of deception and the ultimate false friendship, hit subscribe. Let me tell you how a security camera exposed the biggest lie in my marriage. My name is Robert Hayes, 35 years old, commercial real estate agent in Phoenix. I married Sarah in 2020 after 3 years of dating. She was everything I wanted, beautiful, funny, supportive of my career. The only issue was my job required constant travel, showing properties, meeting investors, closing deals. I was gone 3 to 4 days a week. Sarah worked from home as a graphic designer, so the loneliness hit her hard. I need friends, she told me after our first year of marriage. Being alone in this house all week is depressing. I encouraged her to join clubs, take classes, meet people. That's when Tyler entered our lives. They met at a wine painting class in March 2023. Tyler was loud, funny, flamboyant, the life of life. The party. He and Sarah clicked immediately. Finally, a gay best friend, she gushed that night. He's hilarious, Rob. You'll love him. I was happy she'd found companionship. A gay male friend seemed perfect, someone to keep her company without any romantic complications. Tyler integrated into our lives seamlessly. Tuesday wine nights, Thursday shopping trips, weekend brunches when I was traveling. He'd even help with house projects, bringing color swatches and fabric samples. Your house needs more personality, he'd declare in an exaggerated voice. Sarah glowed around him. I'd never seen her so happy. Tyler played his role perfectly. Designer clothes, perfect hair, theatrical gestures. He'd critique my wardrobe, call things fabulous or tragic, air kiss everyone. His stories about dating disasters with men were hilarious. This guy on Grindr sent me a dick pic wearing Crocs. Crocs, Robert. We'd die laughing. He made Sarah feel special in ways I couldn't. Spontaneous spa days. Surprise flowers. Because Tuesday needs beauty. Inside jokes I didn't understand. I felt a twinge of jealousy, but pushed it away. How could I be jealous of a gay man? That would be homophobic, insecure, ridiculous. Other husbands envied me. Wish my wife had a gay friend, they'd say. No drama, no threat. I'd nod smugly, secure in my progressive marriage. Tyler even gave me relationship advice. Sarah needs more romance, honey. When's the last time you surprised her? I'd take his suggestions, and Sarah would beam. Tyler was improving our marriage. The only odd moment came when my brother visited. That guy's not gay, he said after meeting Tyler. I laughed. Of course he is. Look at him. My brother shrugged. I've known a lot of gay guys. That ain't it. I dismissed it as small-town ignorance. My brother didn't understand metropolitan sexuality. Tyler was obviously flamboyantly gay. In December 2024, I inherited a property from my uncle. Nice 2-bedroom condo, perfect for vacation rentals. Sarah and I decided to list it on Airbnb for extra income. I handled the business side while Sarah managed the decorating. Tyler, naturally, helped with design choices, setting up a vacation. Rental required security. Cameras in common areas, smart locks, noise monitors. I went overboard, installing a comprehensive system. 8 cameras total, all connected to my phone. The system was sophisticated: motion detection, night vision, cloud storage, AI that could differentiate between guests and intruders. I spent a weekend installing everything at the rental, then realized I had extra cameras. Might as well secure. Our house too, I told Sarah. She agreed, mentioning the neighborhood break-ins. I installed cameras at our front door, backyard, living room, and hallway. Thought about the bedroom, but decided that was too invasive. We weren't making porn. Installation was chaotic. I was rushing between properties, dealing with technical issues. In the confusion, I forgot to mention all the camera locations to Sarah. Told her about the doorbell cam in backyard. Forgot about the others. She knew we had security. She just didn't know how much. That oversight would change everything. January 15th, 2025 started normally. I flew to Dallas for a 3-day property tour with investors. Sarah kissed me goodbye, mentioned Tyler was coming over for their weekly wine night. "Don't let him redecorate while I'm gone," I joked. She laughed. "No promises. He thinks our bedroom needs work." Classic Tyler. I was in a meeting when the first notification hit my phone. Motion detected in master bedroom. 2:47 p.m. Weird. Sarah usually worked in her office during afternoons. I almost ignored it, but decided to check. Maybe she was grabbing something. Opened the app, expecting to see Sarah folding laundry or changing clothes. Instead, I saw Tyler and Sarah kissing passionately by our bed. Not a friendly peck. Deep, hungry, familiar kissing. My brain short-circuited. Tyler was gay. This had to be a misunderstanding. Maybe they were practicing for something? Acting out a scene? But then Tyler's hands went to Sarah's blouse, and she moaned in a way I knew intimately. I watched in shock as my wife and her gay best friend fell onto our bed. Tyler wasn't flamboyant now. No theatrical gestures, no effeminate voice. He moved, like every straight man who'd ever seduced a woman. Confident, dominant, experienced. Sarah responded eagerly, clearly comfortable with his touch. This wasn't their first time. I locked myself in the hotel bathroom, physically sick. My hands shook as I scrolled through the camera app's history. I'd only been monitoring the rental property, ignoring our house notifications. Now I dove deep. The history went back 3 weeks to when I'd installed the system. What I found destroyed. And that Tyler visited almost daily when I traveled. Always arrived within an hour of my departure. The living room camera caught them drinking wine, laughing, then inevitably kissing. The hallway camera showed them heading to our bedroom. They'd emerge hours later, Tyler's perfect hair messed up, Sarah glowing. He'd leave before 5 p.m., ensuring I'd never catch him if I returned early dot. The audio was worse than the visual. Sarah telling Tyler she loved him. Tyler joking about my cluelessness. He actually asked my advice about oral sex technique. Tyler laughed in his normal voice. Deeper, masculine, nothing like his public persona. I almost felt bad. Almost. Sarah's response. 2 years and he still thinks you're gay. Sometimes. I can't believe it works. 2 years. They'd been lying from the beginning. The gay best friend story was a calculated con. Every shopping trip, every wine night, every moment I trusted them alone, all of it was cheating. 700 days of deception, right under my nose. The progressive husband too enlightened to be threatened by male friendship. I needed to know everything. Sitting in my Dallas hotel, I became a detective. Started with social media. Tyler's Instagram was carefully curated. Pride flags, shirtless men, gay culture references. But I found his old Facebook from college, straight as an arrow. Girlfriends, fraternity parties, nothing gay about it. The transformation happened. 5 years ago, right when he moved to Phoenix. Found his LinkedIn. Listed as interior design consultant, but no actual business registration. No client reviews. No portfolio beyond what he'd done for free at our house. His income source was mysterious. Then I found court records. Tyler had been sued twice by ex-girlfriends for emotional distress. Both cases settled out of court. Both. Women had been married when they dated him. The pattern became clear. Tyler targeted married women by playing gay. Get close as the safe friend. Build trust with the husband. Create emotional dependency. Then reveal his true nature when the woman was hooked. The gay persona was a hunting technique, and Sarah was his latest prey. I dug into our finances. Sarah had been withdrawing cash. Regularly. Shopping with Tyler, she'd say. But the amounts didn't match receipts. She'd taken nearly $30,000 over 2 years, funding their affair while I paid our bills. Hotels when I was supposedly home. Expensive dinners at restaurants I'd never heard of. Weekend trips while I traveled for work. I couldn't confront them immediately. Needed more evidence, legal protection. Called a divorce lawyer from Dallas. Explained the situation. Document everything, he advised. Arizona is a no-fault state, but infidelity affects asset division. Get as much proof as possible. I had 3 weeks of recordings already. Needed more. Flew home as scheduled, pretending nothing was wrong. Sarah greeted me warmly, asked about the trip. I played along, dying inside. Tyler came over that weekend. For brunch. Watching him perform was surreal now. The voice, the mannerisms, the gay references all fake. How had I missed it? The signs were obvious in retrospect. Robert, honey, you need new jeans. Tyler critiqued in his fake voice. Those are tragic. I forced a laugh. What would you recommend? He launched into fashion advice while occasionally touching Sarah's arm. Possessive little touches I'd never noticed before. They exchanged glances when they thought I wasn't looking. Secret smiles of shared deception. I installed more cameras that week. Hidden ones in the bedroom, kitchen, Sarah's, office. All legal in Arizona for your own home. Told Sarah I was upgrading our system for better coverage. She didn't object, confident in their discretion. Tyler helped me place them, suggesting angles. The Fox consulting on henhouse security. Over the next month, I traveled as usual while monitoring everything. The pattern was consistent. I'd leave. Tyler would arrive. They'd barely make it inside before groping each other. The bedroom activities were graphic, but worse were the conversations. They discussed their future, my flaws, how much longer they'd maintain the charade. Maybe another year, Sarah said one afternoon, lying naked in our bed. Build up more savings, then divorce. Tyler traced patterns on her skin. Or we could speed things up. I could move away for a job. You'd be heartbroken losing your best friend. Need space from Robert. They planned my emotional manipulation like a business strategy. The worst recording came. Valentine's Day. I'd sent Sarah flowers from Dallas. Called to say I loved her. An hour later, Tyler arrived with his own bouquet. The real flowers from someone who actually satisfies you, he said in his normal voice. They made love in our bed while my roses sat on the knitstand. The symbolism was perfect. I also discovered Tyler's other victims. Found 2 ex-wives on social media who'd fallen for the same scheme. Reached out carefully. Both confirmed the pattern. Gay best friend for 1 to 2 years, then revealed feelings, destroyed marriages. He's a predator, one told me. Uses the gay thing to bypass every defense. They'd tried warning others, but who believes the gay best friend is actually straight? By March, I had enough evidence to destroy them legally. But I wanted more. Wanted them to reveal themselves fully. My lawyer suggested a trap. Tell Sarah you're buying an investment property. Need to liquidate assets. See how they react to sudden wealth. Brilliant Dot came home excited about a can't-miss opportunity. Told Sarah we'd need to cash out investments, maybe $200,000. Her eyes lit up. That's wonderful, honey. Tyler knows. About real estate. Maybe he could help? Of course he could. The gay best friend who knew about everything. The hidden cameras caught their real reaction. 200 grand. Tyler whistled that night. We could take half and disappear. Sarah was cautious. Too suspicious. But if I divorce him after he makes the investment? They spent hours planning how to steal my fictional windfall. Tyler dropped his gay act completely during these conversations. Just two criminals planning a heist. I scheduled the closing for March 20th. Told Sarah I'd be gone 3 days finalizing everything. She was supportive, encouraging. This is so exciting. Our future is really coming together. Yes, it was. Just not how she imagined. I flew to Dallas as usual, but returned secretly the same day. Had a front row seat for their finale. March 20th, 10 a.m. Tyler arrived at our house with luggage. Not an overnight bag, moving in luggage. They embraced at the door like long separated. Lovers. Finally, Sarah breathed. 3 whole days of being ourselves. They'd planned a celebration of my absence. Tyler would stay over, sleep in my bed, live my life. I watched from my rental property, recording everything. They didn't just have sex. They nested, cooked together, showered together, watched TV cuddled on my couch. Tyler wore my robe, used. My coffee mug. They were playing house in my house. The gay best friend had fully moved into my life. The conversations were revealing. Tyler told stories about other women he'd conned. Sarah laughed at the stupid husbands who fell for it. They mocked me specifically. My clothes, my lovemaking, my trusting nature. Remember when he asked if I thought Sarah needed lingerie for Valentine's? Tyler laughed. I suggested the exact set I wanted to rip off her. On the second night, they got careless. Drunk on wine and freedom, they forgot about the doorbell camera. Ordered food delivery, answered together in underwear. The delivery drivers. Expression was priceless. Tyler paid with my credit card I'd noticed missing. Added theft to the charges. They retreated inside, giggling about shocking the driver. March 22nd, I'd seen enough. Contacted my lawyer, filed for divorce, arranged the confrontation. Returned home early, at 2 p.m. with 2 witnesses, my brother and a process server. Used my key, walked into my living room to find Tyler and Sarah naked on my couch, watching. Netflix. The scramble for clothes was pathetic. Tyler tried to revert to character. Oh my God, Robert, this I send single quotes T. ... I can explain. His voice went high, hands fluttered. But he was naked, clearly aroused, caught. Sarah went white. Rob, please. Let me explain. Explain what? That your gay best friend has been fucking you for 2 years? My brother laughed. Told you he wasn't gay. The process server stepped forward with divorce papers. Tyler tried to run, but was still naked. Where was he going? He grabbed a throw. Pillow for modesty. Robert, buddy, let's talk about this. His voice kept switching between fake gay and real masculine, like a broken record. 2 years, I said calmly. 700 days of lies. Every wine night, every shopping trip, every piece of relationship advice. All of it was you fucking my wife. I pulled out my phone, showed them footage. Their faces went from panic to horror as they realized how much I'd seen. My lawyer has everything. The court will love the gay best friend con artist story. The divorce was swift. Arizona's no-fault status didn't matter. Infidelity, financial fraud, and theft made it simple. Sarah got nothing, The house was mine before marriage. She'd contributed. Nothing financially. The $30,000 she'd stolen went to me as damages. She left with her clothes and her shame. Tyler faced worse. Fraud charges for the stolen credit cards. A civil suit from me for emotional distress. His other victims came forward, strengthening the case. The gay best friend con was exposed in court. Local news picked it up. Valley man pretended to be gay to seduce married women. His dating pool dried up instantly. Sarah tried reconciliation. Once, showed up crying, claiming Tyler had manipulated her. He said he was developing feelings, that he'd been confused about his sexuality. I showed her footage of them planning the con from day one. She'd known from the beginning. The tears dried up. You were never going to catch us, she spat. If you hadn't gotten those stupid cameras. Tyler disappeared after the civil judgment. Last I heard, he'd moved to another state, probably perfecting a new persona. Maybe he's someone's gay best friend right now, building trust, waiting for the right moment. The two ex-wives and I created a warning website, but how many people Google their wife's gay best friend? My name is Robert Hayes. For 2 years, I trusted my wife's gay best friend with our home, our secrets, our marriage. He was neither gay nor a friend. He was a predator who used progressive politics and social trust to hunt married women. My wife was a willing participant, not a victim. Together, they made me the punchline of a 2-year joke. The security cameras meant for protecting property protected me instead. Technology revealed what performance concealed. Every notification I'd ignored was evidence of betrayal. Every moment of trust was documented deception. The very system I'd forgotten to mention saved me from a lifetime of lies. To the husbands reading this, gay friends are usually just the friends. But if something feels off, trust your instincts. If the stories don't add up, investigate. If your wife's best friend knows your bedroom habits, question why. Not all threats come from obvious places. Sometimes they come wrapped in designer clothes and speaking in theatrical voices. Tyler taught me that predators adapt. They find societal blind spots and exploit them. Who questions the gay best friend? Who suspects the safe companion? Who monitors the relationship that couldn't possibly be sexual? I didn't for 2 years. 700 days of paying for wine they drank before fucking in my bed. The house is mine alone now. I kept the cameras, added more. Trust is broken, perhaps. Permanently. When I date, I investigate. When someone claims to be safe, I verify. The world is full of Tylers, playing whatever role gets them access. My ex-wife found one. Yours might too. The gay best friend wasn't gay. The perfect marriage wasn't perfect. The security system secured more than property. And somewhere, Tyler is perfecting his next performance, waiting for the next trusting husband to leave town.